In this lesson, we'll explore the methods for implementing QoS. There are four we'll look at. We'll look at the Cisco command line interface as a method to implement QoS. We'll look at the modular QoS CLI, or MQC, which is the newer method. We'll look at Auto QoS, and we'll look at the Cisco Security Device Manager QoS wizard. Upon completion, we'll be able to list and describe the benefits for configuring and monitoring QoS on a network, and we'll be able to explain the command line interface method of configuring QoS. We'll also be able to explain the modular QoS command line interface, or MQC, method for configuring QoS. We'll look at Cisco Auto QoS, and we'll look at the Cisco Security Device Manager QoS wizard. Finally, we'll be able to identify and explain the advantages and disadvantages of each of these four methods. Until the advent of the modular QoS CLI, or MQC, the iOS command line interface was the only way to configure QoS on a Cisco device. The QoS configuration had to be done at each interface, and it had to be done completely. There was no transportability of configuration from one interface to the other than via the cut and paste process. The MQC allows a modular approach. Through this approach, we can create class maps and policy maps, and then attach these as needed to an interface. Cisco Auto QoS is also an option for configuring QoS. It's very fast, but not necessarily very accurate. However, it can be fine-tuned through the MQC. The Cisco Security Device Manager also provides a QoS wizard. Now let's look a little closer at the legacy CLI method for implementing QoS. The CLI can be accessed via the console or telnet. The CLI method offers less granularity of supported QoS features than other QoS configuration techniques. It offers basic QoS functionalities with limited options. For example, the traffic classification cannot be fully separated from the QoS mechanisms. The CLI is not the current recommended practice for implementing QoS policies. Here we see a high-level process for the legacy CLI usage. The traffic policy is built on each individual interface. We have to identify the traffic pattern, classify the traffic, and prioritize the traffic all on the interface itself. We then select a QoS mechanism such as queuing and/or compression. The configuration is done at the interface, so there really is no application of the policy to the interface.